My next question to you. Savukku Sankar has created another furore this week. He went to the DVAC office. He gave his petition against the Chief Minister for the cinema release corruption. And not only that, as soon as he gave the application, he was supposed to meet the director of the DVAC, but it was not so he had to give in to the next supreme person there, and he came out immediately and gave a press conference saying that he has given a complaint against, he's lodged a complaint officially against the Chief Minister and Udayanidhi Stalin. Now, my question is, normally what happens is that when you want to charge against the Chief Minister, the person you could go to is first is the governor. What is your take on this, sir, and how could this be done, and what is the legality of this issue?
Savukku Sankar, and I know Savukku Sankar when he was in the police department. He was just a clerk in the police. He used to do typing work. So, an officer in the cadre of ADGP. He had relied on him. He believed on him. And he had given some sensitive files to Savukku Sankar when he was the personal clerk. And Savukku Sankar had misused those information, and he had leaked because he was in the vigilance and anti-corruption. Some even telephone conversation had been taped at that time. And he was holding all these important files. He had sold it to so many persons. After that he was arrested. And he was suspended.
Yes.
And case was pending. And during this, his attack on judiciary, and the High Court was telling to the government, why you have been keeping him under suspension for more than 15 years? What happened to that case? You are giving salary to that person, and you are wasting the public money. He had involved in a heinous crime, and he had given sensitive files to the other people. You take action. Immediately government hold inquiry, and if the charges were proved, he was dismissed recently. Only after that he got antagonist against the government. Now he had given a complaint against the Chief Minister Stalin to the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. And now we have to see the legalities of the complaint, whether it is legally permissible, because complaint has been given against the Chief Minister.
The Chief Minister.
So many times we have attacked Stalin. In all our interviews, we had spoken only against Stalin. But it is not necessary that we should always attack him. Sometimes when the legal procedures, legal provisions, considering the legal prohibitions, we should talk what the law says. We should not think about the Stalin. We should think what the law says. Can a complaint be given against a Chief Minister? So the law says that because he had levelled some corruption charges against him. So if under Corruption Act, if FIR has to be filed, Section 19, subsection 1 of Corruption Act says that if he is a government servant, if he is an officer, and you have to obtain prior permission from the concerned authorities. As far as Chief Minister is concerned, who is the concerned authority?
Governor is the consulting authority.
So as per Section 19, subsection 1 of Corruption Act, this Savukku Sankar, because he doesn't know the legal provision, he should have given a letter only to the governor. Even he could have sent even by registered post. He could have given a complaint to the governor stating that I want permission to prosecute the Chief Minister because he had involved in some corruption activities. So for holding some additional shows in theatres, that is allegation made by him.
Yes, his allegation was the extra shows and the extra money.
He should have given a petition to the Chief Governor seeking permission. That is what Section 19(1) of Corruption Act says. And he says that he is also involved in some other IPC offences. And if there is an IPS offence against the Chief Minister, as per Section 197 CRPC, that also says that permission has to be obtained.
Yes.
So even for suing under IPC, you should have given only a permission petition, a petition for seeking permission to prosecute the Chief Minister. This had recently happened in Karnataka against Yediyurappa. Two advocates had given letters to the governor seeking permission. The governor had given permission. That is only after that Yediyurappa had resigned.
Yes.
Because they have got valid evidence. Because in some land dealing, Yediyurappa had committed serious crimes. With the help of those evidence, they had given a complaint. So, and Savukku Sankar should also know about a boomerang provision of law, because there is a boomerang provision of law. What is boomerang? If you
throw something, it will come back to you.
It will come back to you. There is a boomerang provision in law with regard to any complaint given against any individual, not only against Chief Minister. Because 211 IPC is there. And 211 IPC says that if you give a false complaint against some other person, and you will be liable for punishment from 3 years, 2 years to 7 years. 2 years to 7 years punishment is there. Suppose if Savukku Sankar gives a complaint to the commissioner, governor, if the governor after inquiry says that, no, I am rejecting your request, there is no prima facie in the complaint, automatically Stalin can file a complaint against Savukku Sankar under section 211 IPC, and in that case Savukku Sankar will have to go to jail for 7 years. This is what the law says. So there are so many provisions, and what this person, without going through all the provisions, without consulting any legal expert, and another provision is there, no? Even if governor has given the consent, suppose governor is giving a petition, he is giving a complaint, governor is going through that. If he feels that there is a prima facie case, he can give the permission.
Yes.
In that case, he cannot give a complaint to the police. He should file a private complaint under section 200 CRPC before a magistrate court.
Magistrate court, yes.
Only Subramania Swamy had filed the complaint against Jayalalitha only under 200 CRPC. After that, after he had filed it, subsequently Karunanidhi became the chief minister, and he was asking the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption to file FIR. Only after that it had come to the preview of the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. So he should not give a complaint. After getting, if the governor gets permission, you have to go file a private complaint on a magistrate court. This is what the legal provision says. Suppose sometimes, even if governor has given the permission, what the law says is, in the particular chief minister can go and approach the High Court, seeking the direction that governor had wrongly misused the provision. This had happened in the Maharashtra Chief Minister's case. Ashok Chauhan was the Maharashtra Chief Minister.
Yes.
And somebody had given a complaint to the governor seeking permission. Governor had given permission against Ashok Chauhan that case can be proceeded. And what happened after that? Ashok Chauhan had approached Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court had quashed the permission given by the governor.
Okay.
This is how so many provisions are there. It is a very serious provision. Why it has been made as law? No, chief minister and ministers, they are in high position. They will be having so many enemies. If there is a provision that anybody can give a complaint against the chief minister, against the minister, every day some 5 to 10 complaints will be coming from the opposition, from her rivals, just to protect them. This sort of protection has been given in the legal provision. And so when you want to take action against these VIPs, you should follow all the legal procedures properly. And Savukku Sankar is just playing with all the politics, and he has been giving complaints without following due process of law. So
no, it's not only that, sir, but I've been following Savukku Sankar's whatever he has been telling in the YouTube, just to have just to know what he says. But normally when anybody asks him, anybody and everybody, when they interview him, when they ask him, why are you alleging so and so like this, and what evidence do you have? So you can never file a case unless you have a valid evidence, prima facie evidence. So tomorrow when he files a petition, and when the governor asks him, what's the prima facie evidence that you got? Why is he, but you know what he says, he's always evasive. He says, when it comes eventually to me giving the evidence, I will give it. So till then he will not declare what he has as a prima facie evidence. How do you think this will
Definitely. As
augur
you
well
recall,
with the governor?
There was a contempt of court proceedings against him.
Yes.
And he had made some serious allegations against the judge.
A judge.
By naming the judges, he had given some serious allegations.
Yes.
So contempt of proceeding has been initiated. When the judge, it had come before the two judges, the Swaminathan judge,
Yes.
and he was asking him during the trial in the High Court. The judge was asking, you had made serious allegations against the judge, and do you have any evidence? He said no. You have any documentary evidence? No. Do you have any other witness? He said no. Then why you have made all these allegations without any evidence, without any proof? And that is why he was sent to jail.
And the judge asked him to apologize. He said he will not
then
apologize.
Finally, judge had also asked, okay, you have given some serious allegations without any proof. If you give an apology, we will forgive you.
Yes.
He said, I will not
apologize.
Then he was sent to prison.
Yes.
He was inside prison for 1.5 months. Even after that, he has not mended his ways. And he has started again to level unfounded allegations against some VIPs. This should not, even in Kallakulchi case, everybody has been sympathizing the girl.
Girl's mother. Srimati's mother.
Srimati, everybody has been sympathizing on her death. And he was giving interview into the YouTube stating that something serious, filthy allegations against Srimati's mother.
Yes.
And he has been making character assassinations against Srimati's mother. He is such a useless and irresponsible person. And we should not give any importance to such persons. How he has been giving interview, it is just everybody is telling that only by getting some 5,000 and 10,000 he has been giving interview. It is going in lakhs. When you talk something about bad, views will be going in lakhs. If you talk something about good, the views will be going in thousands. That is only happening in not only in YouTube but everywhere. Even if you take a bad cinema, some with sexual content, it will go. Collection will be going on, and this is what is happening. And what is my advice to all the viewers is that you need not take his allegation seriously. He is giving only for the sake of advertisement, self-advertisement. He has been doing all such nonsense, and we should not take this fellow seriously.
And it's also been told that he is now turned suddenly anti-DMK for the simple reason. Earlier, before they came to power, he was supporting them. He was even, literally campaigning for them, saying that DMK should come back, not AIDMK. After 10 years, DMK should come back. And this suddenly turning against DMK, they say that DMK has not taken care of him monetarily. That's a reason. That's the only reason why that he has turned against them.
Because he will be attacking somebody else, and with the expectation that they will be giving some bribe and everything. If the same DMK is giving some bribes, after that he will start attacking. So only some selfish motive he has been involving in leveling allegations. That will not stand for long. And very soon he will be taught a lesson. And so my advice to all the viewers is that don't take him seriously, because he is not a good person.
And on this note, we advise Savukku Shankar to inquire or do a thorough research on the legality of these issues.